There are no shortcuts.
Oy.
No saying no to intimidating inclines. No changing course midway when creating art with GPS as your paintbrush.
You're basically following a single line across the city to create the piece. Ready to roll.
Jakob Masur follows points on a map,
Basically an entry point that I have to pop in.
which he painstakingly plots in advance. Strava, a fitness tracking app on his phone, traces his every move.
Now, if you make a mistake, are there do-overs?
No. Basically, I have to start the whole artwork all over again if I make a big mistake.
He uploads his drawings to Instagram, where they join a growing gallery from artists around the world. More than 18,000 pieces are posted under the hashtag GPS Art, representing hundreds of thousands of miles marked.
And then we have about 32 more miles left to do.
Full disclosure, I'm on an electric scooter, observing rather effortlessly the artist at work.
I also love the physical challenge of wrestling with some of this artwork. Using my fixed gear bike makes for a great workout.
Art and exercise, that's
Yes.
a good combination, I guess.
Yeah, it's a mix of art and exercise.
Masur's muscular pursuit of this medium began with the pandemic, when San Francisco became a bike rider's paradise. Traffic suddenly went away, and for Masur, free time suddenly appeared.
Part of the reason why I was writing so much and doing these giant drawings is because my work had completely dried up during the pandemic.
His work is event photography and photojournalism, a career putting him face to face with human struggles. 4 months into the pandemic, he and his family encountered
That was a climb.
their own hill to climb. One of his 2 daughters, Zosha, who was then 11 years old, ended up in the hospital, where she was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
Right before her diagnosis was my first big piece.
I think you were on a bike ride when I was diagnosed.
When you were yes, I was. I was drawing a giant picture of Eye of Horus, which is a symbol from ancient Egypt that symbolizes health.
Since then, he's been tracking Zosha's health.
Yeah, I just got a text from my wife. We got to upload my daughter's pump data. I got a couple of alerts that her blood sugar was not in the right place, so it gives me a quick alert. So
There's something that we learn very early on in diabetes is that no blood sugar is bad. They're just numbers, and keeping them in range is important to your health, but you should never beat yourself up for having a bad blood sugar. So it's not possible for me to have a number in the wrong place.
Right.
We'll be making a right turn on 19th.
The piece Masur's working on this day, when finished, will read hashtag insulin for all.
To raise awareness of the importance of having access to insulin, not just by kids and adults here in the United States, but everybody across the entire globe, all humans.
Your dad's been doing these art pieces for some time now.
Yes.
What do you think of them?
I think they're amazing. They're really cool. He comes to me with these pieces that he draws on his computer, and he asks me for advice. Hey, how does this one look?
What better way to use my art degree than to basically do a giant Etch-a-Sketch in San Francisco, where I would draw things that inspired me.
This is the final piece, inspired by Zosha.
I will stop at nothing to climb up the next super steep hill just to make it look right.
The image, this time, delivering a message from the hilltop.
All right, I got another hill to climb.